All in all, I can't complain. It went great. My youngest is 7 weeks old and we took a 6-hour road trip. He eats every 2.5 to 3 hours, so we just kind of broke up the trip based on his eating schedule. Now, however, that is a very funny statement if you have other kids, especially if you have a lot of other kids like we do, especially if one of them is still being potty trained. Everything's in the car and the last thing that we do is wake up the kids and put them in the car. Set the baby at 6:20 and it is the very last thing you do before you get in the car and you go. Because the clock starts after the baby eats. We are going off his schedule. So he eats every 2.5, 3 hours. We're going to try to make some ground before we have to stop again. And that means that I have to use the bathroom. I need to go do this and do that and do this. Like, no, you're going to have to just go in your pull-up. Difficulty of the trip has nothing to do with how many kids you have. It's the ages of your kids. So this trip was actually very easy for us. It's all about perspective. We used to take road trips with 2 in diapers and 1 in a pull-up. Those trips are comically wild. But now with 2 older kids and then just a toddler and a baby, this is a breeze. So when we stop, everyone uses the bathroom. It's a time to eat. It's a time to move your body.
That's not Netflix, baby. Impress Netflix. It's red and black.
Sidebar, here's what happens when you don't give your kids an iPad. They literally don't know how to work them. Queen of screen free, how to keep your kids entertained. That's literally what I do for a living. However, on road trips and plane days, they get their dad's iPad. Download some movies for them. So after you go through your whole bag of tricks, do not just hand them all of the toys at one time because they'll just blow through. Slow and steady. Think least invasive to most invasive strategy. Most invasive being watching a movie on the iPad. Save that for like the last hour when you're about to lose your mind. Have our on-the-go bathroom solution. Obviously, boys can just go pee everywhere, but number 2, I have an option for us that's in the back seat. If there is an emergency in between these 2 big stops that we're planning on doing where baby eats, we get out, we get food, we get snacks, all those things. If they have to go, we have a quick solution where we don't have to like go in somewhere. We just pull off on the side of the road where we can open the door, they can use the bathroom and hop back in. We made this trip in just 2 big stops. That's on having a newborn because here in a couple of months, this will not be that easy. He's gonna have longer wake windows. He's gonna be more alert and it's gonna be entertaining him in the car. And that is when it actually gets sticky. We'll do that about 2 times this summer. We're gonna go back to the beach. So TBD on how that goes. Vacationing with kids is not restful. It's just a family experience. The frustration comes from unmet expectations. So set the realistic ones up front and know the hard this year won't be the hard next year. All the good and all the hard change every year.